You ever think something's gonna be trash and then it just completely blows your face off? Yeah. It's incredible. It's freaking amazing. I don't know what else you want me to say. What's up, world? How's it going? Today we're talking about
The Batman.
um, I don't even know where to start with this because, full disclosure, I went into this. I thought this was gonna be absolute trash. Absolute trash. I didn't care what anyone said. I wasn't listening to anything. I wasn't listening to anybody. People come out and say it was amazing, it was fire, and I was just like, you're lying. You're lying because I saw Justice League. And Justice League was trash. And before that I saw Batman versus Superman. And that also was trash. So then I'm like, let me go see Batman. It's getting good reviews. People say it's all right. And they were absolutely 100% correct. This is probably the best Batman that I've ever seen. Ever. And I can appreciate everything that they did in this movie. No spoilers. No spoilers. At first, we'll have a spoiler section later on. I'll let you know when that happens because I don't want to mess this up for anybody. But if you like Batman and you have not seen this, oh my God. You need to go see this ASAP. ASAP. The cinematography was fantastic. Let's just start with that. And is it ever daytime in Gotham? Does the sun ever come out in Gotham? Ever? Pattinson did a fantastic job as Batman. Fantastic. I know everybody was kind of like crapping on like the dude from Twilight, and I was thinking the same thing. But this was he did a fantastic job. I liked Commissioner Gordon's character. And some of the other characters who are in this, who I don't want to say yet because I don't want to give anything away, just in case no one has watched the trailer or anything like that. But yeah, this was absolutely phenomenal. A lot of the detail work and how this was shot was surprising for me. A lot of artistic. It seemed like there were a lot of artistic shots that went into this, which I could appreciate. You know, they slowed a lot down. They took their time and went over a few things. Not to the point where, you know, they were trying to, you know, dumb it down, but the shots that they were taking, how they would show Batman and how they would show, you know, people who are with Batman, or the type of scene that they would be, you know, or the background that they would be standing in front of. All of that seemed like it had, you know, they had taken their time with that, and I could really appreciate that. Batman was a man of few words in this. There were no jokes, no jokes to be had by the Dark Knight. He did not mince words. He didn't say a word that he either didn't mean or didn't need to say. He said exactly what he meant, and he did exactly what he wanted to do. He was not messing around. He was not messing around. So I kind of like that. You know, it was very dark, very gritty kind of movie. I mean, you can still take your kids to go see it. There's a lot of dialogue, so you got to put a lot of pieces together. And this movie is long as shit. 3 hours, I believe 3 hours, maybe and some change, maybe. It seemed like that with the trailers and everything. That was like 15 minutes. Plus the movie was like 3 hours. So I want you to think about that. You know, pack a lunch. Maybe bring a diaper. Because, yeah. Yep. The Batmobile. Oh my God. That thing. Oh. That thing was a goddamn beast. Do you hear me? A beast. I don't. Up till I don't know, the last Batman. I don't know. They kind of run neck to neck to me. the one from the trilogy, Batman Begins and all that. That Batmobile was kind of clean too. But this thing, oh my gosh, oh my goodness. To listen to it and then to see what they did, how they mixed a few vehicles together to come up with this concept was nothing short of amazing. I want this car. Of course, you can't even call it that because it's just, it's holy shit big and it's just insane looking. So, yeah, that's something I absolutely enjoyed, and the sound that came off of it was absolutely disgusting. I may catch a little flack for this. I don't know if I'm in love with the cowl. I love from the neck down. Pause. But I feel like, you know, there's something wrong with this. I don't know. I just feel like they gotta correct that somehow. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but and maybe, and it's just me too, and this probably won't happen because maybe people think it's corny. But maybe you can sneak in the gray suit Batman with the blue. Oh, please. You don't have to do the corny yellow. But come on, man. Come on. That suit is iconic. All right, back to it. Everybody did a wonderful job. Down to even the people who you know weren't even in it that much. Some of the big name actors that are in it, like Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell's the Penguin was nice. I mean, he was fantastic. I believe he was in the trailer, so that's why I said his name. But I'm not gonna say any more else to the spoiler section. But you need to go see this movie, okay? This movie is fantastic. It is dark. It is insane. Okay, there is more Batman in this than there is Bruce Wayne, so I can appreciate that. Though you see the torment on Bruce Wayne, you know, everything he's going through, and yeah, I think you need to go see this movie. This movie is absolutely good. It was well put together, and now I think we're gonna move to the spoiler section because I can't take it anymore. I need to talk about this movie, and I got to do this in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. This movie was absolutely insane. Okay, they did a hell of a job with this. I loved how they used the darkness in this movie. They in all the other Batmans, they show how Batman, you know, he uses the dark and you know, he's born of the dark and all this other stuff, but you never really get a sense of what it's like from the bad guy's perspective, you know, peering into a dark hallway or into a dark room or something like that and wondering if Batman is in there. And they did a really good job, especially in the first half of this movie, showing what it must feel like to not know if he's around every corner, for criminals to be actually afraid. And I really appreciated that because I was like, oh, maybe that's a good point. You know, I could understand if you were a criminal and you see this sign going up in the sky every night and you might be worried, are you next? So that may deter you from doing what it is you're doing. I thought that was wonderful. And they took, the way that they took care to show him walk out of the darkness, to hear his footsteps first, and to see the look on people's faces as they are both afraid and just nervous as to whether or not it's him. What will he do to us? And you could get a sense of that. And I think that this movie did a better job than all the other Batmans as to using that aspect of what he is about. I thought that was fantastic. The story in this was phenomenal. It was a little long. You had to kind of wait and piece things together. Still not entirely convinced as to where the Riddler was going with this whole plan. I mean, I see what he was getting at, but I feel like the end of this, you had 13 dudes on top of a scaffolding, and only one guy got a shot off on the new mayor, and she got hit in the side, but then later on had her left or her right shoulder bandaged up. So I was a little confused on that. But other than that, it was phenomenal. Enjoyed the role of Catwoman. I thought she did a stellar job. They didn't, you actually bought the relationship because it didn't really start off as like, oh, it's Batman. I heard so much about you. Can I unzip your pants? It wasn't like that. It was more nuanced. It had a little bit more. It was more dynamic. It kind of started out as like a team, and then it kind of started to flow that way, and it never really blossomed into anything. They just kind of shared a few moments together, which I could appreciate because the movie was moving a little bit too fast. The movie was moving a little bit too fast for them to kind of move towards that, to use that, and kind of bring that relationship together. I think them being a team was the perfect way to go with this, and I thought they did a marvelous job putting that together. Batman was not a superhero in this. Loved it. Loved that. In most Batman movies, Batman will jump off anything. We'll jump off anything, we'll do anything, whatever. But in this iteration, he's not like that. He can't just do whatever you want him to do. There are limits, and they show those limits as he is escaping from the police station, and he goes to the roof, and he goes outside, and he's getting ready to fall off, and he kind of like, whoa, he's afraid of falling off, which is something you don't really see in a Batman movie. More often than not, Batman's ready to go over the side. He's comfortable about it. He's like, well, it fell off, cool. It don't make me none. But in this movie, he was afraid to go over the edge. He had to pull out a wingsuit, which I'm going to get to that in a minute, because Batman should 100% be dead. 100% dead. I'll just go over it now. Batman was in a wingsuit, and he was coming down. He was about to land, and there's a bus and a bridge. Bus, bridge. And he pulled his chute right before he reached both. And he must have been doing at least $150. At least. And that bridge caught his chute, and he smacked underneath of that bridge with his body. Now, credits should have been the next thing that they showed, because Batman was over. Batman was over. That was the end of Batman. I don't know how you could take such an ass whooping and get up and keep moving. But they took care in making sure that they showed him as a human being in a suit. He got shot. He got beat up. He was unconscious. And I really appreciated it, because Batman, contrary to popular belief, is not a superhero. He is just a hero, a man in a suit who can be beat up, knocked out, and killed. I'm glad they didn't go so far as to bring out like a Batwing or something like that, because this movie was steeped more in reality, and I rather enjoyed that. This movie should be like the jumping off spot for the Justice League, because this movie, while not perfect, was very good. I mean, it was entertaining. It was awesome to see. And DC has been a goddamn turd this whole time. Just been trash this whole time. And this was fantastic. This was a fantastic movie. You did an excellent job. Now, don't rush the next one. Think about what you're doing, and come out with the next movie. So yeah, if you're still watching, go ahead, like, share, subscribe, and tell me whether or not you enjoyed this movie, because I thought this movie was fantastic. So, and I didn't think it was going to be. I thought it was going to be utter ass. And I was wrong. Happily. So, the Batman, you know, let me know what you thought. And leave a comment down below, and, you know, we can discuss it even more. So, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all hanging out. I'm almost at 600 subscribers. Thanks to you guys. And let's keep this party rolling, man. Y'all be good. Stay safe. Ukraine, keep your head up. All right. I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Later.